I'm about to give you three very simple things to do that is going to have you have a very prosperous 2024. And this is not something that's just like, oh, clickbait, let me try. No. If you watch any successful human, any person you look up to, any person that from the outside looking in looks like they have themselves together, they're living a life of comfort and or luxury, they implement these things on a day in, day out basis. I'm telling you to do it at the end of the year. On a day in, day out basis, these people do these things. And if you implement them, then you'll be able to move down that same path of success in whatever it is that you do. We're not just talking about financial. It's whatever it is that you're looking to do. You will be able to get there when you implement these three things, right? So if you had a rough 2023, you didn't hit your goals in some way, shape, or form, you fell short, whether it be a business goal, your own personal finances, building relationships, starting relationships, whatever it is, implement these things and you'll get ahead of everybody on their New Year's resolutions or whatever. You'll get ahead of everybody and be set up for a prosperous 2024. So first and foremost, you're going to plant a seed of wisdom. There's so many people who believe that they're wise in their own eyes, but they don't have true wisdom. And there's so many people who think that wisdom only comes with age and experience, which is true. You do get wisdom with age and experience because remember, our prerequisites for wisdom is knowledge, right? To know the truth and to have an understanding of the truth in whatever area it is, that principle, and then knowing when and how to use it, right? Having an ability to devise a plan in order to put it into action and then doing so. So wisdom, it comes from the Lord, right? So I can get wisdom at any time in my life. All I got to do is seek it and answer its call. So when we plant a seed of wisdom, what does that mean? That means that we need to be able to seek truth in our life every day and truth principles that are going to lead us to where we want to be. It's so funny because when you plant a seed, the seed must first go into a dark, isolated place. When it's in that place, it must die. Once it dies, the life can now break free from the shell, and then it grows roots that are going to keep it sturdy. It's going to grow in the direction that it's going to grow, and then it's going to produce the fruit that it had inside of it, that it was created to make and produce once it's fully mature. In the same way, when you plant that seed of wisdom, you must die to yourself. You must die to your own intellect. Look for godly wisdom. Look for wisdom from sources that are placed inside your life to be able to help you move forward, right? We all have the right answers for ourselves, but they're not always the right answers, right? We think we have the right answers. We think we know, but then there's people who are in our lives that we turn down, we turn away, and they could truly be pointing us to the direction of where we want to go at all. And on top of that, I can argue and I can submit to you this idea that everything you are seeking, everything you want, comes from the path of wisdom. Everything you're seeking is going to lead you to comfort. Everything you're seeking is going to lead you to peace. Everything you're seeking is going to lead you to satisfaction. And wisdom has those things at the end of her path. So why not plant the seed of wisdom today and cultivate it every single day and apply it into your life? Watch what happens. So that's number one. That's just number one. First, planting the seed of wisdom. Then you're going to go back before the year is up, before December 31st. You're going to go back and you're going to reflect on your year. I want you to reflect on what your goal was. Did you have a solid goal? Did you even make goals? If you made goals from January 1st to December 31st, I want you to look at what those goals were. Were they realistic? Were they measurable? Right? Give yourself an honest grade of what happened or what you did. Tell me, did you hit your goal? Did you fall short? Did you exceed your goal? What was it, right? Give yourself an assessment. Now, here's the important part of your reflection. Are you accountable to the outcome? Did you do the things that you were supposed to do? Did you make a plan? Did you stick to the plan and then that plan just failed? I always say it's okay for you to have a plan and the plan just not work. right? You see basketball teams game plan for their opponent all the time, come out and get blown out. That's okay. Like, we're going to adjust the next game. There's no basketball team in the history of basketball that's ever lost every game during the season. Professional basketball, anyway. So you're not going to lose every game. If you lose, the question is, did you stick to the game plan? And this is where we get into the film room, right? You're going to get into the film room. You're going to look back, say, did I stick to my game plan? Yes, I did, but it didn't work. So now where do I adjust? Or you're going to say, I had a plan, but I deviated. So this year, I'm not going to deviate. Or you're going to say, I didn't have a plan at all. That wasn't wise of me. I'm going to figure out the truths that are going to lead me to the path, or lead me down the path to the goal that I want to get to. And that's what I'm going to do for 2024. All right. So that's part two. I want you to reflect on everything you did this year when it comes to every single thing that you were trying to do, from your character to your relationships to your financial goals, whatever it is. Go reflect. Then you're going to project. You're going to project out what you want to do towards the end of 2024 and reverse engineer. Find out the truths that you need to do to get there. What is it that you're looking to do? You're looking to cultivate wisdom. That's number one, right? Because we already talked about that. So ahead of anything that you do, you're going to cultivate wisdom, because wisdom is going to bring you into the thing that you say you truly want. But again, I submit to you, what you want is comfort, peace, and satisfaction. You don't want the thing. You don't want the dollar. You want the peace that you think it brings. So wisdom is going to bring that first. So cultivate that first. Then what we want to do is reverse engineer, lay out your plan, and set a strategic, measurable plan that is going to have you be able to grade and score yourself day in and day out on whether or not you stuck to the plan. And then just play out the process. Play out the process, continue to learn, continue to grow. If you don't know how to do that right now, get a mentor in the field that you want to be. You want to build a business, get a business mentor. Find somebody who's going to teach you how to be a better business. If you want to be a better husband or wife, find a husband or wife who has kingdom principles. Find a husband or wife relationship coach. Whatever it is, I know a great one if you want one. Whatever it is, look to actually be mentored by somebody so you can learn the discipline and then be able to implement it, right? If you can't afford a mentor, be resourceful. We are in an information age. There's a lot of good information. There's a lot of garbage out there, but there's a lot of good information out there today that you can go find to be able to build your skill set and build your tool set. All right. And we'll talk about those in the next video. So to wrap up, you're going to first plant the seed of wisdom and cultivate it every single day in your life. Secondly, you're going to reflect on your year, give yourself an honest assessment of what's going on, and then you're going to project your year out to December 31st, 2024, and you are going to look at or devise a plan to get exactly there. So let's get a jump on 2024, start that today, and until next time, let's look to advance the kingdom in our lives and in the ones that we touch.